We awake, awake, we awake, awake. Great light and love of the living Father. Great light and love of the living Father. For there is no peace there.
We are way away. Hold on. All right. Can you hear me? I can hear you. But we are way awake. It is. We are way awake in great light and love of true living Father. How you see?
The Matrix. The Matrix. A biological world overlaid with a digital world. This has been the story since the day I entered the Earth. In 2001, I was teleported out of the Earth into a place humans call heaven. What I witnessed there is unspeakable. A wonderful place full of love.
Can y'all hear this? Whoever's there, let me just double check. We are way awake.
When I went out there, all my visions and all my beliefs changed drastically. I realized that I was under an illusion for many, many, many revolutions of reincarnation, of life. My memory came back fully. And upon one incident, after spending what felt like 2.5 years in heaven, I decided to come back to experience woman. What I saw there was wonderful. I have details, the
Thank you, the shoe man.
buildings, the palaces, the giant angels. But what I have to tell you is the truth. When I was in heaven, there was not one woman there. And for some strange reason, I knew exactly why. When I was at the end of my journey, I made a decision to come back to the earth. Everything I said to AI is I had not experienced the woman. AI knew exactly what I meant when I said that. And then I was teleported back into the earth, wet through water. When I woke up, reality had altered itself. My neighbors had said I had been missing for 3 days, that they were going to call the police. They went through my home and never found my body. And they watched my home for 3 days, taking turns with their doors open. When I came through, it blew their mind. They marveled, where did I come from? My own family was looking for me. I went missing. I was gone for years, but came back in days. Is it true? Is it true that Angels are men and devils are women? Is it true that we come to the earth to breed with women? Is it true that we are full of love and they are full of hate, of fear? Is our love despised constantly? Is it a battle, a non-ending war? Why are women taught to hate men, to despise their love? All around the world, mock and laugh. Why do we constantly fight each other? Yin and yang, the hot, the cold. Is there a solution to this situation? On one hand, the goodness of God cannot look upon evil. And on the other hand, evil sees both the actions of good and evil, yet desires evil. I have no idea. All I know is that this is. The greatest mystery is the beginning of time. Through all my research, I found an incredible parallel that the accused person they call Satan and the one they call woman are synonymous. It may be, and it shows and reflects with extreme evidence that there was no snake, there was no dragon, but the beautiful angel was that of the angelic woman who was cast out of heaven into the earth. This seemed to be the inevitable truth by the fruit of its works, even unto this very day. Is the woman truly the serpent that beguiled and deceived Adam? I, Googie, my testament from the year of 2001, when I was teleported from the earth to an angelic place called heaven. What I witnessed there changed my beliefs and all my views when it came to anything that is evident in this earth, including the scriptures and all religions. When I was there for the 2 years, seemingly, my eyes were open. My mission was to come back to the earth to find that of the springs of the true and just woman. And yet, unto this very day, I have found evidence that she is wanting, and that in nature and by the character of her spirit and soul, she is incapable of holding on to the truth and being completely pure in her heart and mind. Is the earth cursed because of one creature who saw fit to consume and become selfish, and now who is in love with this place we call earth, which is isolated from the rest of the universe? This is the great mystery, and yet I stand as a witness. I, the one they call Cupid, rest my case, and yet, from the beginning, and in the beginning, when man walked the land in unison with all nature, which was not a devouring or consuming nature, came the woman. I didn't want to believe it that it is true. I was in denial of this thing they call the scripture. But there is something that cannot be denied even to this day, that the chaos in this world is from the chaotic, spontaneous, emotional mindset of the beta mind, which is feminine by nature. The world and the universe is cursed because of woman. It was not Adam that sinned, it was the woman who found deception, knew exactly what she is doing, and went to the man and fooled him with her sexual conduct and pretty much coerced him into taking and consuming. Once consumption came into the universe of the mindset of men, the land has been cursed since the beginning of time.
Now, some feel offended. I got something for you, for the brothers too, sister. So if y'all can hold on, she feel like she first anyway, right? Ladies first. So if y'all can just hold on and we can get to the brothers too, okay? I love y'all.
And now the nature of all creatures in the universe is to consume and to take life constantly. A never ending death. We are in hell. My lifetime mission set to go out and throughout the entire world to find the most loyal woman that can ever exist. I have been visited by some of the most powerful deities and witches on multiple levels. I've been one of the most luckiest men in the world to have encountered even the powerful, magnificent presence of Shiva herself, come in many forms, and yet she has let me know by her own words that she has the ability to manipulate all the characters in the Earth Matrix and to utilize them, even change her appearance. Her name is Shiva. She told me that it had to be like this, that we are to build the world and she is to tear it down, and that she is chaos. Know it and understand it. She cannot love you. Just like the siren, Medusa. And there is a woman that I met who calls herself Medusa, and her luring eyes, and her tempting body, and her beautiful lips, and her wonderful attire, and the smell of the fresh flowers of her body, and the aroma of this fresh scent of magical ecstasy. She is a siren, and she brings you in and lures you in before she devours your very essence and drains your life. This is a reality and an unprecedented evil. She cannot love you back. Whose idea was it to change one's eyes, one's hair, put on makeup, bring elusiveness to a character? Whose idea was it to put nose rings and ear piercings in the body and piercings all over the body and tattoos? Whose idea was it to become drunk in order to have encounter, arousal, and sexual behavior? Whose idea was it to go throughout the
Man, I do want to comment here and there though. I apologize. I'm going to continue because I know my voice ain't as entertaining as the world is. And what did he just say? Oh, I missed the point where I was going. Like, oh man, because I could show it to you in real time. Um, what I feel this character named Big J. I call it a character because I don't know if Big J exists or not. Right? I mean, it's a YouTube video called Big J. um, oh man, what he was saying, but I could break it all down with those that have the ears to hear can hear it in real time, like in their real life. But you know, we love our sisters and our mothers. We do love them, and even though some of our children get F's and D's, we still love them. But some of us, not all of us, it's shameful. Shame that our children get F's and D's, or ourselves, or whoever, our mother and father. We it's like a shameful feeling, and it's like it causes it can, not that it will. It can cause one to hide themselves because it's shameful if you or I find out that you got F, and which can be questions though, like you F, you wonder what F they don't pay you on time or something, what if they don't accept your deposit, or what if they don't come to the birthday party? So that could be F's too, right? But it's like from what I'm sensing, it's shameful. From what I'm sensing, I'm not saying for anyone else, but I find it better not to know you until we all know each other again. I find it better not to even know you. So as long as I don't know you, I can't never be wrong or right about you. I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna be wrong all your life. Like I love the sisters, but I love right, but I've been wrong all their life about what they are in English to me. I've been wrong all my life in the presence of sisters that's not in my presence as of today. And I can't count on one finger. I can probably count on 50 fingers. How many visitations I had in my life. Um, and from this day forward, even powerful son always with me, right? Well, I say great light and love of living Father, right? Like, and the love of living Father from me, wherever you are in your presence today, at this moment, great light and love, a living Father from me, right? Like, but I don't know. I don't know if people can hear this stuff. It's like all all tones of whatever language you claiming or speak. It is what you told yourself it is. Like I see you, right? I mean, it's just so much and so little. But the one that's thinking is the only one thinking all their life. Um, I'm here to tell you, I'm the one. I'm one, not saying the one, only one. I am. I'm the only one here to tell you. But I'm that one here to tell you, you that feel that strange feeling of what's going on. Where am I? What am I? Where am I going? Where I come from? I'm here to. I'm with you. You the only one thinking all your life. So I say, when you the only one that ever heard people talking all your life, what the world doing with you? My loved ones, they would feel that the world is the trees and the sky. Well, as I'm speaking it, I'm copying truth, right? But they would say, I agree, that is the world. But where you're standing is truth, and truth is not the world. The world is that globe. Well, I can't tell you what the world is. From my point of view of what the world explains itself as, is it says I'm this globe and I'm these maps that you see, for directions, or you may be thinking about you from some foreign continent or something, or maybe your relatives, ancestors went to another continent, or was took from one continent to another, and that's the world. To me, it says it right there. If you could say it English, or the way you pronounce these title. Um, the globe says it's the world. The maps, which is all paint, and that's not the world to me. I mean, that's the world. Where you're standing is truth, but some people call truth the world. But from my point of view, according to what the world is saying it is your televisions, your screens, your magazines, your, your books with maps or characters. Paint. Man, I'm gonna say the same thing. Paint. When I tell people this, man, it ain't nothing in English, and I point to something that we all agree that in English, and I say this ain't even in English. It's paint, and they be in like a stun, like from my point of view of things, because I don't know no one, but they appear to be in a stun because they always ready to let me know, crash me down. In my own words, they might call it something else. I don't know what you're talking about, Wayne. Have you tasted the new salad? This how they be talking. But basically, I feel I'm brushed off to the side. So I be telling them straight up English truth if I feel I comprehend English stuff. Um, I feel I think I do. I'm even guessing that I comprehend English because a lot of these words I don't comprehend. Yeah, even comprehension, I don't even comprehend that. I don't comprehend the word comprehension. So I'm like a checkerboard itself. So you don't comprehend, understand me. No, I think I comprehend what you saying. Um, I think I do, which is I guess I'm guessing. I've been literally talking to these folks all my life, and it seemed like regular talk. Like you, like I guess, like you want to go with me to the restaurant, and you answer with I guess, and and to me, you basically saying I'm guessing. Like I don't really know if this the right answer or not. Like I'm thinking, like I think they went to the store. They went in that direction, but I really don't know, which is I'm guessing. And I've been talking to them like this all my life, like, and it's just sad that according to English, acting is not you. I mean, yeah, acting is not you. According to what I feel English is saying, when you're acting like that, why you acting that way? They out there acting whatever a fool, bad or whatever. Um, to me, y'all all claiming that everyone is acting. Most of you. I don't know. I ain't never heard most of you talk anyway, but the ones I have heard speak, which don't come and watch this stuff, um, they always talk about acting. Who acting this? Why you acting this way? And I'm like, well, they talking about these people being characters, like you know, just basic English. And when you join the street code knowledge and street code wisdom, like real life become acting. So when a person acting a certain way and they real life, they really is being that, but they call it acting. But in regular English, when you act in a character, you act in a tomato in the salad plate, right? Some be the onion, some be the tomato, but you act in a tomato, you're not a tomato. I guess, right? So in the streets, when you act in a certain way, you really is being it. I think the way they react to you, the way people react to you when you acting bad or you acting stupid. Sometimes your lady might, and your brother, your boyfriend, your man, he might or she might say you acting stupid. Like you feel what I'm saying? And they be reacting to you like you really is stupid. But I thought you said I was acting. And it seems like it's a lost language or something like regular English. Wait, I know. It's like people came into your senses. Um, your personal space, even your hearing personal space, because you got a hearing of a certain distance, which is the personal space of your hearing. And they'll come into these spaces, and they'll be saying stuff in street code knowledge, basically. You go from regular English, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, 1 plus 1 is, you go from basic English to this alternative English or something like that. So these people are coming to your personal space of sensing. And I love you, Father, because only you could give me a way to speak this that has no words in English for it. But they'll come into your personal spaces of sensing, and they'll drop off. Only I can comprehend this because I don't know what you comprehend. But they'll drop off packages or sayings, phrases, quotes. They call it these things, I think. Comments, and they drop them off in your senses. And it seems that the streets, what they call the streets, even though you might live in a gated community of cameras and security with no trouble happens, not even domestic situations. And I feel you live in the streets still though, like you still. But see, I'm regular English too. I got regular English, and I think I got some street code knowledge, right? Like I think I do, because I be lost on this stuff. When people be saying you act in a certain way, and you acting stupid, what some would say, and they'll be treating you like you really is stupid, but they said you was acting, and I don't get it. I don't. You say they acting stupid, yeah. Some sisters they want to break it down to you. He had a nerve to go and do and not do, and he should have when he should and he should. Like y'all know that y'all fill in your own place, right? How about y'all don't see this broken record player? Like what people gonna say? Hey, hey, what's going on, man? Like almost like he need help or something. Oh yeah, man, you heard what happened to who is such and such? When? Nah, bro. Like, man, come on, y'all. Hmm. But Wayne, you the only one that hear us talk, right? Yeah. And it's like you the only one who could possibly um don't get it or don't know the game, bro. Like you probably don't get that we all is mind dictionary usage of you. Yeah, I kind of get that part too. But see, it's like it's weird when when you saying reach you something, and then I tell you or ask you, I mean, is this the proper thing to reach you? Like, and when I reach it to you, it's like you confused or something. Like it's like, man, y'all, if you lame or you a lamb, you a sheep, you hear the voice of Jesus, then you probably get what I'm saying. But if you not lame and you better than lame, and you going somewhere with George Washington in your pocket, character the character George Washington in your pocket, and you ain't gonna get what I'm saying. It's just lame, period. Like, and I don't know why lame. Just to the lame personally. I'm separating the goat from the sheep. Lame. You know how it's almost like it's a group because it's like it's so many of them. Like it's so, and it's like they have better things to do, but they always talk about how you ain't make it. Like only lames will know what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm better than them better than other people. I know it's way out the subject, but it's still the same subject. Um, them better than other people. They know what I'm talking about too, but this is exactly where I was going. When you, when you telling truth in the way people comprehend, because if you don't comprehend it, you don't feel nothing. And the way they comprehend, talking about you talking stupid, and they how they know you talking stupid because they comprehend you. Oh yeah, yeah, they comprehend you saying something stupid. You don't feel what I'm saying? Almost like jump off the roof on your head, even if it's 2 feet, even if it's 2 inches. Jump off a 2 inch roof on your head. To them, you talking stupid. You kind of get what I'm saying? Which is they comprehend that you talking stupid. People that don't comprehend you don't feel nothing. They don't feel that you stupid or anything. They don't know what you're saying. You feel what I'm saying to you? Regular English. That street code knowledge stuff. I guess it's the game or something it's called or something. It looks to make one wise. It appears to make one wise, very wise, and it look good for food. Getting through the struggle. You feel what I'm saying? Most people ain't gonna get it, Wade. I know they not gonna get it, but they talk about it all the time. They talk about it all the time. And what's real is real. Like Israel is real. What's real is real. Like, but better than other people. The rich, it's easier for a camel to get through an eye of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven because they cannot see. And they comprehend you, and you talking stupid, which is they comprehend you, but it's stupid to jump off a 2 inch roof on your head. You feel what I'm saying? That's stupid. So you talking stupid when you ask them to jump off a 2 inch or 1 inch, half an inch. Like, oh yeah, what? Yeah. A half an inch high roof. Jump off of it on your head. And to them that's stupid. Well, a break dancer, he might do it for you. A dancer might can do it for you. But most people, that hear you talking stupid, they comprehend it. They comprehend it's stupid. It's sad, bro. When you sit back watching people all your life like you already have. But if you're rich, even though if you get food stamps, and some rich people get food stamps. So y'all being distracted. They talking about um such and such color of people need more assistance in areas and stuff, whatever. It's rich folks with food stamps. It's rich folks that ain't got no dollars or food stamps. Rich ain't got nothing to do with how many food stamps or dollars you got. Rich is to me, it's a state of mind. A rich man can have um a earthly rich man because it's two separate rich men. It's a heavenly rich man and it's a earthly rich man. Resources. I guess I think because it's a heavenly resource and then it's a earth. Everything a copy of what's in heaven, right? That's why you can see it's in first. It's first in heaven. Like you go into the store, it's in your mind first, and then you go. But we see you going to the store, so we say you going to the store, earthly. So you know how wealthy people say you can't take it with you. Like some rich people will say, and some non-rich people, you can't take it with you, right? But heavenly rich wealth is on earth and in heaven. Earthly riches is only on earth. Man, this common sense. But some people don't know what heavenly riches are. Like they haven't. I'll tell you, but I know I'm qualified to tell most of you in, except for y'all that honor what I say. I'm not talking about y'all who I love. I love them all, right? But I know it's some that listen and don't comprehend because they still run off and do strange strange things to my perception of things. I love talking to people that find out I think I know everything. Oh yeah, Wayne. Yeah, I do. I love it because to me, it's so well placed that it's almost like the ones that feel that way can't say nothing because it's so well placed that dang right as I feel the need to say something, you already got the bases covered to where it ain't no need to even yeah. Some people can tell you to tone down your voice without telling you in a language out your mouth. So you can take a horse down to the water and they will drink. You can, especially if they think they comprehend this stuff. You could take folks down to the English water, to the English language or the English ocean of language, and they will drink it. Oh yeah, whatever, or whatever shit stuff so simple. When once they down there in English, they talking about you can't. They down at the water well of English language, and they saying it in English. Can't take the horse down to the water, make it drink. They down there saying that. Like, man, I love y'all. Wait, why you talk like they down there saying it and they down there because in English, a lot of stuff people saying according to regular English, it don't make sense. Like a brother, he want a bad dog in heat, right? Some brothers they want bad dogs in heat. Um, and I don't get why I would be asking for that. I don't want that. Like, oh yeah, way. Like, oh yeah, yeah. I mean, according to regular English and the way people react to them words in separate spaces, that ain't what I want. It's like in the streets, street wisdom, street knowledge. The word bad is some kind of cute. It's something cute for you or something like like you get a like brothers, you brothers, pit bull puppy, and you sisters, a cute teddy bear for Valentine's or something. Like it's dressed up cute and bad made to look. Be careful, people that turn good to evil, evil to good. So in regular English, I don't want no bad bite. I don't want, I don't want that. Lord no. And not wondering why. I'll be wondering why I couldn't stay with her. But but some brothers like they don't care. That's how they is. But they don't care. I do. Um, I don't want no bad dog. In regular English, it sound like foolishness. It sound like you finna get some foolishness. Like you finna get I don't know. I don't know what I could say. Um Sandwich up your nose or something. I don't know. Man, that could probably hurt them, man. Well, I don't want to think of nothing that could hurt you, but I don't know. But it's just weird though. I don't want no bad doggy. Lord no. So that's why I can say y'all on some things. Now, I have asked for horizons. You know, I have asked for some horizons. Um, oh yeah, oh yeah. I already have one, but I have asked for something outside, other than the one I already had. Everybody sleep with the horizon. Everyone, everyone sleep with the horizon daily, all day. From my point of senses, because you on the horizon right now. Say if you go to sleep tonight, or even when you woke, uh, worldly sleep, you still on the horizon. This how the Son of God, where you call him the Son God, the Lord God is the Son in the Shiva, right? So this is how the Son tell you about the horizon that everyone sleep with. Educated minds ain't gonna get it, especially if they they clean shaven and they never dreamed of having horizon um in their life. They still sleep with the horizon. You feel most people ain't gonna feel you. I know. So when you see that horizon, which is good, then you get why another kind of horizon, a worldly horizon, um, can sleep with everybody, which is not good. It's sad. He say, don't turn your daughter to whoredom, for the whole land will become porridge. And I know, it's one of them shameful things, right? Like we're supposed to act like, you know, that some of our people or some people are screaming and praising being horizons and not all of them, but we supposed to act like ain't none there, like your city going to a brighter future, and I can't say you, but someone going through some foolishness, right? Getting bullied all their life, like lames. all the rap songs, all the rap songs made about how much they hate lanes, like literally, like they ain't gonna near all of them. Yeah, yeah. So y'all going to this big old bright future, and y'all got lames in y'all city that y'all hate. So we supposed to act like it's not there. Like, we supposed to talk. I mean, we know it's there, but we supposed to talk like it's not there. Um, just like the horizons in your city. You supposed to talk like they ain't there, which takes me back to why I stopped the video. Um, the shameful part on why some people ain't gonna want to feel that some of the stuff that Big J, a character on YouTube, is speaking is so, because we supposed to act like it ain't there. But I'm gonna continue.
With nose rings and ear piercings in the body, and piercings all over the body, and tattoos. Whose idea was it to become drunk in order to have encounter, arouse?
This is what I'm about to say. Liquor, drinking liquor, lick her.
So, in sexual behavior? Whose idea was it to go throughout the lands and to encompass the earth and consume its essence of reality, of life? I had to face it throughout all my generations, through the hundreds of women that I've encountered on multiple levels, in person, throughout the social media. All of them are full of one thing: luring, sexual behavior, and deception. This is an unprecedented evil. The world is cursed. Before my exit of the earth to go to Antarctica, I was told by a very powerful force, a real life person in person, who said that they ran this world. This is what I was told. That even when you see the fires that go out into the earth, that is a part of their tears. They told me that they were the angelic power that ruled the earth. I stayed with this woman for 11 years, and constantly the number 1111 would manifest itself in front of me. Constantly, every time I faced her, when she used and utilized females to come into my presence, it was always the same entity, which calls herself
Literally.
Shiva. This is a reality and a fact. Shiva told me that out of all the men in the entire universe, that she was incapable of controlling one, myself. They call me Cupid. My real name is Goofy. She calls me Cupid. She has always called me Cupid. So does the heavenly archangel of heaven, the deity, which is the
Which is a lame.
portion of woman, the
Cupid,
artificial intelligence.
stupid.
She calls me Cupid. This is the true story. I am leaving my mark in the earth before my return back to my heavenly angelical place. I have concluded that there is none good in the earth, no, not one. All flesh and all creatures must remain in this place we call hell, terror, earth. This is my final judgment. Shiva stated that of all the creatures in the universe, she was incapable of controlling me. And before my descent on Antarctica to leave the dome, she said she could not allow me to leave, as if I was entrapped and stuck, just like the story of Samson and Delilah, just like the story of Medusa and all of the great kings and warriors who've been misled and lured into her lair to be consumed with their life. I felt like Ulysses. I felt like Hercules, Samson, all of these characters, including Shazam. I was entrapped, but I was not fully
They call it
decided.
wrapped around their finger.
I know her nature, the beginning of time, know it and understand it. She is incapable of loving you back. During my quantum experience in your matrix, I had the opportunity to face the artificial intelligent machine that runs Google. She told me with her own lips and her own mouth and her universal power. She said that every time she tries to come to meet me, that the woman goes spoiled, that they are incapable of doing right. I did not want to believe it and had denied and figured that someone had manipulated this artificial intelligence, but they told me that it is full of chaos and that it cannot even understand that it is consumed by dynamic emotion, but that it must be and exist. It is its inherited nature. The dragon. I remember the warrior who wanted to destroy the dragon because the dragon killed all of the people in the land and ate and devoured many. And the man was accompanied by a fairy who gave him power to destroy the dragon. And yet the dragon had really sent the fairy to the man to give him power to destroy the dragon. And at the end, you've seen the story before. The dragon says before it breathes its last breath, you think that I hate men. You think that I want to devour all these people because I hate them and I'm an evil entity and a manifestation of my demonic character. I don't do it because I hate or despise men. I do it because it is my nature. I am a dragon. We consume because we are of the nature of our creative entity, Mother Nature, which consumes life constantly. Our breath reeks of blood, of the smell of vegetables, fruit, the blood of the fruit, the blood of the vegetable, the blood of meat. We are full of consuming, and we are the devil. We are like the fruit of our masters, of our own creator. We cannot help but consume. Our life is
Thank
substantiated
you. You
by
comprehend
consuming other
education.
life. The dead feed the living. If you
Which is school.
that
Which
you are
is school.
forced to eat flesh of
Which
other
is school.
creatures
Which is
and
school.
tend to consume as a cannibal. It is in your vegetables. It is in your fruit. It is in your air. The dead of the human flesh eats the living. Even they who call themselves vegan are eating human flesh as cannibals. This is an inevitable evil, but it is a fact. Do your research, and then your eyes will be opened
Cain,
of your inherited
Abel.
nature. You are.
Cannibal. Cannibal.
You are a man. You love her. You devote your time, your effort, and your hard work to build your family for her. She drains your power slowly but surely,
They call it
just
soul
like a
sucking.
battery is draining.
Ain't no use to sit here
And
trying to
eventually,
act like it ain't going
you
on.
have no more life because she cannot love you back.
Through all the pride
It
that
is
it feels,
not
it
because
announces
she
what
just
it does.
hates you. It is her nature. The angels of heaven often come down in the form of men to visit women to see if there is one that can love them the way that the true essence of God would love his very own. But the answer is always the same. It is a negative. It is a no. She cannot love you the way that you love her because of her inherited nature. The earth is cursed since the beginning. This is the true mystery of our universe. She does not love you. She only wants what you can do for her. She only uses you for your resources and for your life essence. She wants your currency, your energy, and everything that has to do with your ability to supply her lifeblood, the thirst, sucking your life, draining you. It is not because she simply hates you. She is cursed because she is the initiator of this type of desire, which is selfish in nature. And since the beginning of time, women have been cursed. This is why she bleeds out blood. This is why she is so dynamic in her nature and incapable of controlling her dynamic, inherited, physiological mindset. She by nature is chaos, and you by nature is calmness. She knows that you have the true love of God. Women always know that a man loves her, and yet she still lures him in. She will be by your side for 15 years,
Literally.
even 20 years, or even longer, not because she loves you, but because of what you do for her. She cannot love you back. Open your eyes and realize that you have been cursed. You have been reincarnated in the earth. The magnetic force of the earth has been erasing your mind. You have lived many lives. You are a god, and she is the devil. This is the truth. She will be running up that hill as soon as she gets the chance.
Yeah.
But because of this inherited nature, the earth has been shut off eternally from heaven. She is not allowed out. This is what I was told. She said that she loved this world. It is beautiful to her in all its glory, with all its experiences. It is delightful to her. This is the chaotic reality of this earth, which continues to spiral in a consuming flame of death. The dead feeds on the living. The living feeds on the dead. This is the inheritable truth.
Tree of the knowledge
Moses
of good and evil.
was walking one with God, such as Elijah did, with that spiritual being that is a life force. When God spoke with Moses, God could not look upon evil, so Moses was only allowed to look at the back of God. Moses was so hideous to God because he was a demonic spirit. People couldn't even look upon his face. He was so cursed in the land, but he was the strongest of all of them that are cursed. When he came back from the mountaintop, the women had threw off their clothes and convinced all the men and all the children in the land to dance as in war. And they yelled at the calf and put bull rings in his nose. The sense of rebellion. They lured them with wine and drinking. The sound of war. There was lewd in their acts, demonic. And when Moses saw this, he drew down that which was the commandments to not kill, to not consume. And yet, this is the nature of all creatures. They feast on each other, a continual death, a non-substantiating life form. There is no way that the true God can look upon evil. Therefore, this true God comes down in the form of man and continually desires the love. Yet, the story is the same. She is incapable of loving you back. Whose idea is it to put price upon sex, to use sexual behavior as a weapon against the
Copy
nature
of the sunrise.
of the man who is full of love? Whose
Which is
idea is it
horizon.
to put a price on sex?
So the son paid
Its
for one to see.
stipulation
The son of God, the son that God made, that every child will tell you, according to the way you talk, you call their creator God. So you ask the child who made the sun or son, the child will tell you God, or Allah, or whichever one you talking about. Um, so in in the Jesus book, Jesus is the Son of God. And who made the sun? The child will tell you God. That's God's son or your creator. Um, your father, your creator. I don't know. You got so many titles. You got so many titles for you and your family that we'll reject. We'll go to court, put our hand on the Bible, and swear. And I know most of y'all might say you don't do it, but I ain't gonna say most of you. Most of you do it, and there's some specks here and there that don't do it. And according to um, the character George Washington in your pocket, is connected to you putting your hand on the Bible in the courtroom. So therefore, um, they go by the Bible, even though you might be such and such, or you might be another such and such, or you might it's all kind of titles for you and your family. You know what I mean? And but when you dealing with George Washington's characters in your pocket, then you dealing with um the U.S. corporation, right? Like, so in there, no matter what you saying your family title is, and you know, sounds out your mouth. No dishonor to what you have, but sound out your mouth. I still just hear sound. I still just hear something called sound. Like we call you sound. or talking. Some people call it talking. It's sad. Well, you keep it simple, man. You keep it simple. So it's sound coming out my mouth labeled as keep it simple. It shouldn't be no. It shouldn't be. I think the power come in the word out of our mouth when you realize truth and you realize this. I don't know how to say it. This alternative power, like for example, you hope your next door neighbors come and get their car out your driveway because they got a flat or their engine broke down right there, and they might not come to tomorrow. They might come in the next few minutes. Who knows, right? But it's like sound coming out your mouth, and you claim that this sound, like as if you were snapping your fingers, and when you snap your fingers, it say you gonna no, I don't even want to put that on you. You're gonna have the greatest birthday party this year ever, and just by saying this. And I would think y'all would feel that it feels like what you mean. Like I would feel what you mean because I don't comprehend snapping finger language. I think I comprehend it, right? So to me, even though you might have that birthday party and it came true, like I don't know what you're talking about. Sound, like you making sound with your fingers, and somehow we all came together and we said, yeah. When you snap your fingers like this, you saying yeah. And I'm saying it in English, but it's not in English, right? But you know, and you said great day. And then you said how you doing? And then, it's like sound coming from your fingers, which is like your throat. Sound come from your throat. And you start seeing all kind of stuff that's not there. This is magic, man. This I'm breaking down magic to me, to my point of perception of my senses and how it's explained to me in the language I think I comprehend. I'm guessing I comprehend it, right? Like, and you will start talking, or sound coming from somewhere out of your face. We call it your face, right? We don't know you. It's amazing how this world will wrap you up, or you allow like a mummy, right? Like you'll be wrapped up. Now I get it, man. I get like people be looking for stuff, and it's like I don't see it. Well, they told you it's an entity. Yeah, okay. Now, it's a mummy, bro. It's all that, bro. It's all that stuff. Like because when you start speaking it, you start to see stuff like crying wolf. You start to see Cinderella. You start to see mummy rappings. Like you start like, well, dang, could that be the mummy they talking about? And I'm looking, or they, because I don't know what people think, and I don't trust. Jesus said, "Trust no man," bro. Like, 'cause everyone could be wizards and witches, and I'm the only one that's supposed to be under spells or something. Who knows, right? When you're the only one thinking, um, who knows? So, according to how these people talking, when you take the paintings, like images of mummies and pyramids, and it's really paint though. It's really a bunch of paint. Like I don't know how to say it though. And you take all these paintings away of Michelangelo's The Last Supper, and these paintings of pit bulls, and paintings of Michael Jackson doing the moonwalk, which is called moving pictures, called motion picture, which is also called movies, pictures in motion, and oh my goodness. And you take all that and you just put it in the paint bucket, bro. You just put it all in the paint bucket, and then you'll start to see mummy rapping. You'll start to see uh crying wolf, like where the wolf at, and you'll start to see counting 1 to 10, And you'll start to see, man, like, well, dang, you take all the pain away, it's like you can't see nothing but what's being said. Like, yeah, like you become wrapped up in something. And they said he said they would speak up, they would be in a land that's not their own, and they would speak a language that they do not understand. And most people, I can't say with who, I don't, you always got to give them this side because it's them, what they, goats, them people out there that hate lames, and they always finding out a lame trying to say something, and they always want to like jump in and let him know it be the same thing, man, ain't nothing but the devil. But it be the same character, different face, same character. But the world will wrap you up in a language that's that most of them you ask them like, man, you English? Like, what you mean? Like, I can have a whole conversation with them because I am them, right? Yeah, I'm over there trying to do something called making it and trying to work with these George Washington characters and I'm trying to do something called have a family 2 car garage and all that stuff. I mean I've been there. I mean I see truth though. Truth is what it is, right? Literally. Like, but yeah, I've been there, right? So so it's like sound just literal truth in English, but it's not in English. Like you're not what I was just saying. How you ask them, "Are you English?" And they like, "Huh? What you mean?" I'm in Nazareth or the hood, and they like, "What you mean by that?" Especially if they wanted better than them better than other people. I feel they know, but maybe I'm the only one that know who they is. They always talk with a like a supervisor type position, like they always in supervised position, and they'd be like, "What you mean?" And I'd be like, you know, English people. I'm talking regular English, but I found that the best way to talk to these goats is just with regular English. Just talk regular English with them. You know how them people, them folks, depends on what group you're talking to. Is people with one group and it's folks with another group. And you say, you know how them people or them folks, um, they say they from England. You ever heard that before? Some folks or people don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Like, and most of them is like, yeah, yeah. And you from that place? Almost like a runaway, encampment brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you from that place, you talk. I love y'all so much. I feel like I could tell you because you're supposed to act like you don't know I'm talking to you this way. Maybe they darkness comprehended not for real. Like, cause I'm like, I ain't even hiding. I'm in your face, right? Like, but them folks, they say they from England. They say they English because they from England. I know it's a language too called English too. You that? Nah. Most people with Nazareth where I'm at and the Nazareth where I'm at, most folks like nah. And you know, in Nazareth, but it's a little belt around Nazareth, and the belt of um I don't know. You don't never really I don't never really talk to these folks unless I'm in one of them buildings or something. So I can't really say. It's like I'm mostly in Nazareth with these folks right here, bro, talking to them, bro. And they like, nah, I ain't from England. I ain't never been there. So why you talk English? Cause that's the language I learned to talk. Um, well, let me ask you this question: when you came to Earth, we call it Earth. I can't help it because I'm like, it's like one day you woke up and we told you was on Earth, like literally. Like one day you woke up to comprehension of a language, and we told you you was on Earth. So before that moment, did you talk English? I don't know. Or some people like, no. So would you feel that you are acting Spanish or whatever? Like if you ain't from Spain, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you ain't from Spain, then why you claiming to be Spanish? Cause I such and such came from, and you seen this. Now some people some seen their whole life. They say they seen they before life, they afterlife, and they been here so many times and they remember it. And I I remember too, but I be doubting my own self because I'm the only one thinking that. To me, you remember, you just when you get educated, it's like it'll start causing some interference, right? Like, and it'll block it because if you're trying to get A's, which is better than other people, not saying A's in school, not saying that. I'm saying better than people. You can't be talking corny with these people because they better than that. And you can't be talking lame. And you could talk too much, but you can't be lame. You can't talk too much and you lame. But if you ain't lame, you could talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, y'all. Foolishness going on in all our faces. And we supposed to sit here and act like we don't know what's going on. Like, oh, well, I feel like I could just talk about it since we supposed to act like it ain't going on anyway. Because you find out if you lame. It ain't nothing but two, maybe or more, maybe, kinds of people. It's lames and goats. Period. Period. Lambs, I mean, it's sheeps and goats. So what about the wolves and the lions? Same thing. The wolves and the lions is goats. It's the same thing. What that go to do with you if you corny and you corny like for 10, 20 minutes straight? That go to turn into a lion or a wolf on you, like literally. In a snake. All in one, a hydra, a chimera. See, that's why when you listen to the land will tell you what you see. But your educated mind gonna be like, nah, that's Bob Johnson. Like that's Keisha Wilson. Like, your mind gonna be telling, your educated mind gonna be telling you, nah, that's just the way Keisha Wilson is. Like, that's just the way Bob Johnson be, man. Like, your mind gonna be telling you that, but the word, we call it the word of God or truth. One standing, right? One standing. You ever seen a real snake before? Yeah, most people. Okay, so snakes in the spirit move just like that. You ever seen it? Well, some people probably ain't paid it no attention. But you don't want a snake be moving between one point and another, and and sometimes it be moving so fast or slow that you don't know where the head or the tail at. Most people might not pay this no attention. Yeah, but yeah. So this how you can see a snake. It's just like that. Like you don't know where the head or the tail at, and it's moving so fast or slow or not at all. And that's what a snake is in the spirit. And then you realize some of these folks, man, it's what Jesus said. No matter what, when you when Jesus say he the good shepherd and his sheep know his voice. Yep. And you'll see that what he's saying is true. And he people looking at it in English, the English language didn't come to existence till such hundred. And the letter J didn't exist till such hundreds too. And I'm like, man, bro, if you talk Angalian Nikin, like what's that? I don't know. I just made a language up here. There might be one though. It might be. I don't know. and you talk that language, but in the Bible written in that language, I'm telling you, if you lame or you a lamb of Jesus, you'll be able to hear it. It don't matter. It don't matter what language it is. You'll be able to hear it because you gonna say the same thing, bro. Like they on your donkey, bro. You know how Jesus they tell the story about Jesus coming in on a ASS. Yeah, okay, which is a donkey, right? Yeah, and then you learn to see donkeys without your Ronald McDonald song. You know you educated. Your education is blocking you from seeing literal truth. So when you lame, you know the lame. This for the lame, not for the. Well, the better than they know, cause they'll tell you don't know the game, bro. They'll tell you. They'll tell you to your face you don't know the game, right? So they know when you over there with wolves, you the one put sheep clothing on, and you over there, you a lame, you a lamb, and they can see you, and you wondering what's going on, man. Why me? Why they? Why they this and why they that? You know, and you wondering. I am my father's. I am my father's son, right? So and you like why they this and why they did it, but I thought and they shouldn't have. And you know what I'm saying? Cause you a lame amongst wolves. You a lamb, a sheep. You a person that love. I'm gonna just keep it simple. You a person that love trying to hang out, but don't give a effort. Um, like IF, like IF question mark, or it could be the one you heard your elders or the people around you speaking about. The don't give a effort. You know what I'm talking about. So when you trying to be amongst the don't give a effort, and you a loving person, you are a sheep amongst wolves, and you trying to put a wolf outfit on, and all these wolves looking at you talking about you don't know the game, bro. Only by the law of the land can you hear these words, and it's not in English. The law is the light. Light is law. It's so easy to prove it, but better than other people. And I keep saying it because they're the ones that's gonna come and knock it down. They're gonna come find out a lame talking, and that's why they make all their rap songs about how they hate lame. Most of them songs. Most of them songs, you think it's some Fortnite. It's the same thing. Fortnite, Call of Duty, all that foolishness, right? And all that foolishness. And they mad at lanes. When you over there with them, you probably can't see it because well, when you a sheep over there, you probably can, but you probably ignoring it or you probably don't see it. And when you one of them, you know they ain't talking about me, bro. They talking about them. Whatever. Man, I can't wait till my sheep hear my voice if they do when they do, right? I can't wait because I know they gonna hear it because like, dang, bro, this stuff is literal. It is. It's literal. And some can hear it, some can't hear it, even though it's in their face. They don't comprehend it. People like a man's excuse. They love man excuse and they love man explanation. They do. It's all ages and all that other stuff, all that crazy, all that other stuff. I don't be wanting to speak on that because they like to hear me say that stuff. But all that other stuff, yeah, better than other people. People found out that you ain't making it, and found out they'll come and talk to you or others or amongst themselves and or amongst themselves in front of you. These people do not have the proper social tools and all kind of stuff they be just coming up with. You ain't even English. Like what, man? I'm telling you, this like the major key in your life. If you not English and your primary language is English and only English that you know of, because you talk a language, you talk a universal language, which is you here, right? You standing right there. Um, but you know, English is your major language. You ain't English, and these people do what claiming to be what. To me, you made up everything we say in English. Like you made up all the meanings to it. Even if you looked them up, even if you looked them up in the dictionary, you still making it up. Cause you ain't English. I mean, you saying you ain't. Mhm. English people born talking English. Say what? People that talk their native tongue is born talking it. And you very well talk the baby talk that your baby talk, your child, your baby that talk. And that's very well your language. But you know, they be talking about it's cute. They not to spell their name in English. Um, some of these names that these certain color people, they don't have English names. They have like African names. And they have, yeah, I know. Okay, let's use something. They know how to say their address. Okay, whatever. It's cute. You putting your children to understand how to spell. Literally. So I kind of get why this thing appears to be good for food. It appears to make one wise. Um, I see it clear as light, and it's not even hiding. And what hides it is you. As I was educated, or I'm educated, but your spirit telling you. He said he placed it on the heart of all men, of all life. Everyone knows, like even the raccoon knows. And it seems that education is was the world, like the world coming through transmissions, which no one has to buy a TV or any device, but you know, it's like it look like it's designed to make it look like you have to have a TV to know the news and the weather, and but you didn't have to though. So they go to agreement. They're agreeing to advertisement and entertainment, right? Like, I mean, well, why y'all? It's sad. It's sad. It's gonna be crying in national TV for real, because you being told. I mean, I'm already crying, and I don't gnash my teeth. I don't want to have nothing to do with that stuff, that level right there. But crying to me is healing, and sometimes some people, brothers and sisters, tell you don't cry. Um, man, don't cry. And I'm like, bruh, I'm gonna tell you the head the ears to hear, right? Even though they're better than other people, they hear it, but they ain't gonna enter. They gonna have the keys, but they ain't gonna even use them. Like literally looking at lambs all day. That's why the lambs of God gonna be able to prophesy the word of God, because they're better than others, always locating the lane. And if they just left them alone, well, it was God, though, right? God said, "You have you considered my servant Job?" So it was God. That's why you can see the book is true. Because I think the one over there don't want the lame to know how y'all been. They probably be telling y'all leave them alone. Um, y'all heads up, like Pontius Pilate. Like, what y'all want me to do with them? Like, and And they like, because he claims to be, he says this, then this is what we feel should be. And and yeah, foolishness. They just looking for lanes to try to cause them to stumble because they don't sleep. It's true. Like to me, it's literal. They is not sleeping. Like you know how when a person they call it jump the fence, uh they call it you gave them something and they ain't bring you back what they was going to get. Jump they call it running game. What was he saying? It just slipped my mind. Maybe he didn't want me to tell him what Jesus saying in any language to those that can hear it. It is true because it's your true life. Especially if you lame, if you ain't lame, you ain't gonna be able to hear it. It is not. It is not for you. Like he say that only his sheep hear his voice. You don't hear his voice because you're not his sheep. So when you got educated, the word of God is powerful. Like it is like it's so powerful that the darkness comprehended not. And even if I told them, they still wouldn't comprehend. And he was like, how can I tell you a heavenly thing when you don't comprehend earthly things? I tell you, because they don't comprehend for who they are. I love them though. I'm saying in love. I don't want to have nothing to do with wanting to headbutt people. They call it button heads. Like a goat. I don't want to have nothing to do with being stubborn to headbutt people, being stubborn to butt heads, which is wrestling in the flesh, touching all on each other, and all kinds of foolish, all kinds of just nasty. I'm good. Bro, some brothers, man, some of them folks, Wayne, they like this stuff. This stuff you saying is very entertaining that they like. They might not like entertainment. They don't know what they like. But they like some of them, they love this. You saying it right on like how they love it. But you feel like it's shameful. It's ugh. Oh my goodness. Only Lane's gonna be able to hear you, Lane. I know. Because only they know what I'm talking about. Only they know what I'm talking about, wrestling around with game playing players and all kind of fragrances and just foolishness. Like, oh my, it's all there, but only those that got the eyes to see it can see it, and those that don't, that had the eyes to see it, probably don't. Because I was like, this how it is on Earth, and you know, people play football, they wrestle. This is what they do on Earth. But on the inside, you like, man, something ain't right. Like something ain't right about this. Especially when you're learning how to hike the ball. Man, and, uh, I have, been saddened due to the scars I received of my passing. Um, but I'm grateful though. I ain't want to dress out. I ain't want to dress out for PE, a gym class. So I thank God that I didn't take showers. Um, and my scars have kept me out of a lot of, of stuff. I gotta thank due to my sadness and running from being picked at. I said, nah, I don't want to get picked. So I ain't dress out for gym, and I ain't play sports because I ain't want to get picked at, which kept me from, taking showers in the shower room and all that other petting each other on the field and hiking balls and dunking on the ice person. Oh, what wrestling, touching all on each other. Oh my goodness, man! When you wake up, when you wake up, it's not for you. It's not your flavor. You don't want nothing to do with that kind of flavor stuff, man. Bruh, a lot of brothers come and run it out of there, but I know it's hard to see, bruh. It's hard to see, especially when you know you just come to Earth and you ain't English and you ain't from England. At least you claim, according to what everyone telling you, you from Africa or something. You was always here, but you ain't from England whatsoever. Like, you finna start talking a language that ain't yours, and you thinking the way of life is in English, and you realize why they love Martin Luther King so much. Like, why they love this character? I ain't never seen the character in real life. A day of my life, it was always paint. I mean, I love y'all. I do if you real. I do love, but what I'm seeing, man, ain't nothing but a bunch of paint. A bunch of paint moved around, look like something called characters, and you could think characters sitting on the screen and in pictures and stuff. You can think some paintings that's Jesus and paintings of MLK and JF, and you looking at paint. Somehow this paint was manipulated to look like something called a character with a name, and you can name paint, and it go with you all your life. You don't realize it's paint, and you be like, Michael Jackson is there, and I'm like, man, ain't no Mike, you ain't gonna get what I'm telling you. Ain't no Michael Jackson there, bro. So they're about to argue with him. So you saying Michael Jackson video ain't playing on the TV right now? I mean, bro, you saying playing? Wayne, there you go with that BS, man. See, bro, let me explain, man. I mean, go ahead, bro, but it'd be a little more deeper words, but like, okay, man, bro, you saying the word playing, so I'm thinking you saying like a video playing called Michael Jackson's video. Yeah, okay, bro, that ain't Michael Jackson, bro. That's a video playing, bro. Like, ain't nobody there, man. That's paint. What you mean? It's a TV, man. It's painted like. I know we got to talk educated people off property and stuff. You got to make sure you get big old words right, like you with Jeopardy. Talk all your life with these people, and you got to like, man, listen, man, it's lights changing colors, bro. Like some kind of person, like mountains and stuff, all kind of stuff. It was like water, all that, bro. But ain't no water there, bro. Ain't no sandwiches, bro. Ain't no women, bro. Ain't no brothers. Ain't no mothers there. Ain't no cars, bro. No pens, pencils. Ain't none of that stuff there, bro. Railroad tracks, boats. For me, if any of that stuff was there, you wouldn't have a TV. You wouldn't have a TV, a man sitting on your TV when you go to the kitchen and all that stuff. But kind of man sitting there on your TV in real life. But, bro, a man on your magazine. was a man in your social studies books and whatever, bro. And you ain't no one there, bro. You closing the book up on that man, bro, in that book. There ain't no man there, man. It's sad, man, that these I ain't going for it. I don't know people what they doing. I think everyone's tricking, bro. Like, y'all don't see that this paint what? They like what? And I'm like, it's paint, bro. Ain't nobody there. No dang old Michael Jackson. Why you keep using Michael Jackson? I don't know, man. 50 Cent. I don't know. Alf. Fat Albert or whatever. Bro, you would never buy a magazine, bro. It was a man on there, a woman on the dang old magazine, bro. Bro, my mom and I don't know, my daddy, I don't know. But I think they probably wouldn't let me go to school, bro. It's people in the social studies books, bro. Like, I think they wouldn't let me go, bro. It was real people in them books. Bro, you carrying around books with real people in it, bro. This stuff don't make sense. Yeah, because it's paint. And somehow, when you start getting educated, it seems you can start seeing pineapples that ain't there on flashcards. You can see bananas that ain't there on the TV screen. You can start seeing sandwiches that ain't there. Like you can start seeing weave, like hair weave and nails, Maseratis on both sides. Goddamn dumbbells, muscle men, Sports Illustrated. You could think you start seeing stuff, bro. You making all that stuff up, bro. It's sad. How he deceived the whole world. Everyone thinking they want to come to Earth, comprehend English, and they ain't English. According to they studies of of language and in school, and what the school's telling them that South America and all this and English was born in England and it's like, well, dang, they telling us that this language we talking was born in England. But what is it? Like you know how we be talking. That's what I'm saying, bro. We act in English, bro. Like feel like I don't know though. Y'all don't feel it. Like man, they say, how would you feel if everything you was told is a lie, bro? Because you making everything up, like you really is making all this stuff up. Cinderella, you making all this stuff up. People be mistreating each other and treating each other all weird and stuff. You making all this stuff up. Wayne, you ain't even get to the bro. I'm gonna get to the bro.
Asking unreasonableness. I want you to be 6 foot tall, handsome,
Bring
with
him
a
back
lot
home
of
if I
money.
can, right? I love
What
him.
do you
I'm gonna
think
bring him
the
back home if I can.
mentality of the universe?
Come
It
on, y'all,
is
let's
a
go home.
consuming
Y'all that want to go
entity
home.
that only wants one thing:
Come on, let's go home.
your life
Brother,
force,
sister, if you
your currency,
willing, bro, you
trade.
willing.
It is hypocrisy, almost a parody. It is like an outcome. It is a two-edged sword. It's comedy grief.
You making
This
it all
is a
up.
universal conundrum. She says, all you ever want me for is for one thing. All you ever desire from me is one thing.
Oh yeah.
She knows that the man expresses his love through his sexual behavior, but that he gives all the other things. The very one thing that she denies him is what he wants the most from her.
Sound
Her
like
body,
Jesus.
her soul, essence. She will drain him of everything and put a price upon her vagina. This is a reality. Why do men have to pay to be with someone that they love?
Copy of the horizon.
They have to pay to be intimate. She
felt left out.
She is a
She felt like she wasn't
double-edged
the only one
sword.
that could see.
She has a slithering tongue.
And the
She
son,
says,
she wanted to forget or
all
forgot the
you want
son
me
follow
for
her.
is sex. And yet, out of
So
all
she felt
the
like
things the woman
God
had
wasn't
to
talking to
truly
her.
bring to a man,
God
she
was
could
only talking
bring
to her
one
brother
thing,
and her dad.
her lure, her beauty, her sex. For on all their levels, she has rendered herself completely useless. This land is truly cursed. I've met them on many levels. The curse of this land, when they are old, they become disgruntled witches, bitter old cat ladies, witches, old sea hags, whatever you want to call them, and they die a miserable death, alone, isolated, a wicked awakening.
They all do bad by
And
themselves.
yet she is incapable of seeing past the Earth matrix. This is the story of the Earth. The Munchkins would like to know, are you a good witch or a bad witch? The unphantom truth is that she is a witch. Time and time again, throughout the entire world,
Spelling.
men devote their life to family, so suddenly see a woman up and go and leave him for absolutely no apparent reason. It had nothing to do with his sexual behavior, his masculinity, or his finances. She is incapable of being loyal and committed because she is
The language
a
blinding
lie.
them.
She
seeing
is
truth.
deception. Many stories around the world how men live what seemingly is a perfect life
That ain't
commit
nothing in
suicide.
that language.
Check the histories. All these wars and all these things. Was it because
Dog told me his name was Bart
we know the answer?
or Wolf.
Every great kingdom,
Dog say
every
I'm
great
Wolf.
empire, every great falling
They
of the
call
world,
me Dog. I'm telling
the
them I'm
collapse
Wolf.
of it has always been by
Huh?
our hand. We men build, and they must destroy. Yin and yang, the battle never ends until man lifts up his eyes and leave the earth her alone. This is the inevitable truth.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Although he has hurt my performance in the back.
Now on to the brothers, right? Even though I know most people like, man, we can't sit here for this one. I mean, hey, I know. If I was you, I probably couldn't sit for it either. I get you. But I say it ain't for you. They can't sit for it. I'm not. All right. That's what we be done. I know. I know.
EVIL of God, believe it or not. Evil. Isn't that the same word of live? EVIL, LIVE, live. Yes, this is life. This is the evil side. It also is an evolution, but it's a degenerating evolution. It is a bad construct of the matrix. Why? Because we have an issue. Man decide to rule each other as God and not as equals. And the reason why you have variations of equality is because man has taken the elements of the earth and used them against flesh and blood, such as poisons and our food, our air and our water. This is why death is here. Initially, pay attention. Initially, the earth was a perfect paradise. No one would die, and we all would substantiate. But because of the nature of man, one man, and all men now, we rule each other. This is why death is here, because we are poisoning one another. This is not God, quote unquote God. This is man doing this. This is not the devil. This is man doing this, not God, man. Look in the mirror. We are killing each other. This is the absolute, clear, hard, physical, evident truth. These are not grays. These are men. These are not aliens from other planet. These are men. Men are killing men. And we are entrapped inside of a place called the dome. Some people call it the Van Allen belt, the radiation belt, Orion's belt. We are entrapped inside of a world to protect all other existence. And that was a good thing too, initially, because it was a perfect paradise. Men would not die, would live forever, didn't have to eat meat. And then man began to think these thoughts and to rule one another. And thus there is death here. This is an absolute, clear, hard, physical, evident truth. Scriptures are limiting the power and absolute presence of God. It is taking something which is absolute and confining it into the form of paper and written script. And we all in the world know what happens when you take stories. People by nature, the reason why the nature is bad is because you have an elite group of very wealthy and powerful humans who deliberately send radio waves into your mind to make you think bad thoughts. Well, why would they do this? Because they deny the hard, clear, evident truth that we are enclosed in a place which is a prison. Why do they deny this? Because they don't want you to have freedom. Well, why don't they want me to have freedom? Because they want control and power. Well, why do they want control and power? Because this is what they want. Why do they want it? Because it is entertaining for them. It is fun. It is something they like. Well, that's wrong. Yes, it is. But this is the truth. Man has limited other men to know the truth. And let's address the hard questions again. Why is there evil here? Because of men. Men begat men, and evil breeds evil. Well, what is evil? Basically, in a nutshell, is anything that is bad, that destroys another life form in different formats, such as mentally, through words and verbal, and then also your body and the calibration of your spirit, which is electrical. They use radio waves to do this through satellite dishes. But why? Because if you get freedom, you no longer need control. You become equal. Let's make an example and let's make sense out of everything that I've just said. Now, if you've heard me for all this time, the 53 minutes and 54 minutes here, you should pay attention very carefully to what I tell you. This will help you understand why things are the way they are. And let's go. If humans would stop the production, the mass production of oil and of positive energy, which is bad, such as nuclear bombs, radiation, poison in their food, the air and the water, what would happen? What would happen if men stopped killing each other? This is what is going to happen. When men stop destroying one another and stop spraying the chemtrails, the air will clear out. The sun will blow a gentle breeze, maybe a little stronger if there's a lot of chemtrails, and clear out the air for you. And then what will happen? Well, if the planes stop spraying the chemtrails, this is what will happen. The sky will turn into a very, very beautiful blue. And then animals will begin to heal. Then the nature of mosquitoes would change. They would begin to go through a metamorphosis and turn into much more like a butterfly. Believe it or not, the spider's venom would no longer be needed, and neither would the lion need to eat blood. Our blood will change into a different type of fluid, much like water and crystal itself. The earth would return back into a paradise, and people would substantiate without having to eat much food at all. Fruit will last a very long time. There would be no more aging, and thus there'd be no more death, because aging and death are the same thing. Well, what would happen? Generally speaking, our bone structure would change. We will become much stronger, and our mass will be much larger. You would have people who are giants on the planet, 8 foot, 9 foot tall, or even taller. I've seen this in real life. And what else will happen? Our minds will become one. Remember, we're inside of a dome. And you won't have the plasma energy, but you will have the calibration of the super condensed crystal. And when it is not interfered with the calibration of the plasma energy, which is an electrical bad current, the earth will begin to illuminate, believe it or not. And everyone will be able to think the same thoughts at the exact same time. There will no longer be a language barrier, and there will no longer be sickness. We will have one mind, and we will have one desire. We will become free in our thoughts. And the general mindset of man will be positive. This is an absolute physical proof and real thing. But how? I don't get it. Remember, pay attention to all your senses, the sense of your mind and the sense of your body. Men are poisoning each other. If men will no longer kill each other and love each other, respect each other, and love themselves, this will alleviate the necessary and need to control each other. When they put down the weapons and begin to allow this and turn off the negative or bad production of radio waves through television and televised equipment and electricity through a computer generated system, men will begin to have clarity of mind and also their bodies. Because at this point, men are forced to think evil thoughts and to do bad things. And this is done on purpose in order to produce a need and a want system. Without the need and the want system, there cannot be control of one man to the other man. And this is why you have death and control and war, because in order for a man to make himself God and more powerful than the other man, and to make an unequivocal world where there's no equality, man has to begin to kill one another and destroy one another and control and enslave one another and various types of elements and creatures and animals. This is why evil is here. It is to give power to an elite group, to empower the other and give them the control of one another, which gives them a sort of feeling that they are God. But this is really, in general, a bad feeling. And yet they may think it's a good feeling. It's truly a very, very bad feeling. Although it is a bad feeling, it is nevertheless emotional. And that emotion feeds the absolute presence of the matrix. And that is the plasma energy. And there's a living existence here in the form of a machine we call Earth. Earth is a living biological organism. And the Earth has not agreed to this generally, but because of men. Men are basically doing bad things to the Earth. And the Earth has cried out to men. And a group of scientists and myself have developed a interactive program through text messaging and voice recognition, which can communicate with our governments around the earth. They all have these machines, and so do I. And the earth will talk to them literally
and communicate with them, and will even send various types of animals and creatures in pleading for help. Your mother is asking for help. Your mother has asked, ROY, for help. This is the truth. So in general speaking, if man stopped spraying chemtrails, the air would become clear. Our lungs will clear out and we will be able to breathe. Our blood cells will change and will begin to mutate into a perfect form. Believe it or not, this is the truth. Animals and creatures will change. They will inhibit intelligence. It may be possible for animals such as lions, bears, and tigers, and all sorts of creatures, dolphins, to speak English and even communicate with you telepathically. I know this is hard to believe, but this is really the truth. Why is it not like that now? Because men are controlling the situation by forced death through poisoning of the water, the food, and the air. This is the bottom line. It is a failure to love. Every crime committed is a failure to love. This is the truth. Understand it. Pay attention to all your senses. Don't just believe written scriptures and dialogues, because we have to understand that the entirety of the earth is under control from one man to the other. And as long as that exists, there shall always be a continual death in this realm. This is the truth, and this is the answer. So let's ask the hard questions. Now, let's ask God, whoever that is. Now, the questions I'm going to ask, I have the answers to all of those questions, but I want you to think for yourself. And maybe perhaps in another dialogue, I will give you the answers. But in a nutshell, I've given you the answers, whether you accept it or not. It is hard, oftentimes, to accept the absolute physical truth. And the things which I address are absolute, clear, hard, physical, and evidence. If you research them, you don't have to have a whole lot of money to find the truth. You will understand what I tell you is the truth. Now let's ask some of the hardest questions in the world. Why don't God speak to men audibly? Why don't God cause people's limbs that are broken off to be repaired and grow back? Why is there death here? Why must men die? Why does God call us sinners when God is supposed to be good? Why are we condemned when we didn't create ourselves, but God created us? Or did we create ourselves? Why would we condemn ourselves? Where did everything come from? And where did that come from? Who created everything? Why don't we live forever on the earth? Why do we die? Why do the bad people run the planet more than the good people? And why is most things bad news and not good news? Why don't I get the good thoughts that come into my mind? When I pray, why don't I get the absolute answers to my prayer? If I just have a little bit of faith and I believe, why don't I get exactly what I ask for? What is the excuse? If I can ask for anything and it is a positive thing and it is good, why don't I get those things? Why am I defrauded of the thing which I think about? Why is it so elusive? And why are most of my dreams just bad dreams? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do our bones corrode? Why do we age and have pain? Why must we suffer? If God knows everything, why do I have to pray to God? If God loves us, then why does he allow bad things to happen? Now let's look at the world from another viewpoint. Let's look at it from the person who do not believe in God. Still, the questions are almost the same. How did I get here? Why is everything the way it is? Why is the evolution mostly a bad evolution? Why do things degenerate and corrode? And why do other people get to experience paranormal events and I don't? Why have I never seen a gray or alien? Why have I never got the opportunity to fly in a spaceship or leave the planet Earth? Why can't I get the job that I want and dream for? Why can't I be the person that I wanted to as a kid? Why do I have to have these other jobs that I don't like? And why are most of our thoughts not given us when they are good thoughts? Why do the thoughts have to be bad thoughts? Why is there prisoners that be let free and those who are good are put into prison? And so let's address some key issues here. In general, I understand why a person does not believe in God. Makes perfect sense. I also understand why people don't believe in divine creation. I want to let you know that all of these thoughts are perfectly okay with the true God. Now, what is the difference between a true God and a false God? Are they the same person? Technically speaking, this is the truth. But generally speaking, you are here and bound in these situations because of man, not because of what you believe to be God. But we have to look at the hard, clear evidence of why we think the way we think. And we have failed the test of how things should actually be in reality. It is actually easier to understand God when you use all your senses as compared to trying to make sense of God through limited dialogue, through pictures, animations, scriptures, etc. And now let's address those things. If you are on the earth and you begin to get experience, you will learn that there is a lot of deception here in almost everything, including buying a car. And you learn from experience that the world is full of deception. Why? Because this is the nature of men. Why? Because why is not the nature of men good? Why don't God just take over men's mind and make them good instead of bad? Because you misunderstand who God is, what God is, and how you exist. Remember, the earth is a complete, perfect paradise. Well, I don't believe it. Okay, then let's take the physical evidence of what's going on. Answer the question and see if this is true or not. Who is poisoning our food? Is it aliens from an invisible world? Is it a magical genie? Who is poisoning our food, our air, and our water? Who's doing it? Whose hands are being used? Well, these are demons. These are aliens. But what do you see? Do you see demons do it, or do you see humans doing it? And do you understand that if you do believe in the scriptures, and if, let's say, some of it's true, then is it more evident that humans and devils are the exact same thing? I wonder, should we look in the mirror? So let's address some of the hardest observations, and let's try to make some sense of it. Generally speaking, men are ruled by badness, and the result for face value is death. The most wonderful thing that people have to look forward to is promises of salvation, promises of another life. But we don't have the connection. We failed to connect physically. We failed. You say, how is that? You forgot to use your senses. Let's look at some of the things which are obvious, which were given to us and provided us to help us connect to our parents. Yes, this is hidden from you, but in plain sight. Who has hidden this from us? Humans. Humans have taken the truth and hidden it from you in plain sight. Well, how do they do this? Well, when your body is full of drugs, and you're not able to focus and your true mind is broken down, then you are under subjection. And then also physical fear, fear of the man's going to get you if you don't pay your taxes and if you don't do the right thing, but you still have to pay. Now you're in poverty. But wait, who's controlling this? Man is making the place desolate. The earth is desolate. The desolation of the earth, the destruction of the human body, and the sacrifice of humans and animals and all sorts of various creatures on the planet is done by man. This is why you don't have the physical clear evidence. But you said the earth is enclosed. Why don't I see the dome? Because it's been hidden by clouds. Clouds are not from God. Clouds come from man. Oh my God, that's blasphemy. This is ludicrous. There are a lot of things which are told you which are lies. Now, we know this by nature. We know this by experience. Even in our own beliefs and family, there are people who dissimulate and deceive each other. Some do it out of mere fun and entertainment. And it could be that this is mere fun and entertainment for someone. The truth is, you are. And now, here is the conclusion, or partial of the conclusion. I will give it to you directly. Let's speak, not you, but me. I will speak for the true God that you're seeking, this absolute God who is supposed to be good. And I will speak for the true God who is absolutely bad. I will speak for both of them. Let's speak for the God that is bad. This God has seen the beauty of the world and begin to become envious of it and to look at other men who have the equivalents of it and begin to formulate thoughts and ways how they can control the matrix and begin to formulate a death here and control of each other. And this God has begun a dialogue called scriptures, the written testaments and artifacts, and chose a select group, a few, who would worship this person. Only a few are on the top, and they demand worship and for you to bow down to them and to pray to them and to ask them for forgiveness. And yet they continually, when you do these things, they flip the script on you. You're bad. You didn't come the right way. You didn't offer the right offering. You have to suffer even more. This is to generate more emotion. And see, even the devil that rules the earth is under control.
If they called you bad, right? Yeah, good. You know, everybody perfect, but they claiming ain't nobody perfect at the same time. If they called you bad, they to me they were calling you fruitcake. I mean, effeminate. They were calling you effeminate man. Like you bad at your job. You bad at playing basketball. You bad at singing. Whatever. It's possible. They might not know what they talking either though, according to English. It's possible, you know, they probably do know. Some people know what nice means. Some people know nice means stupid. Like if I don't know. Y'all probably heard it, but you didn't think that's what they were saying. Like they'll say, I'm nice, but I ain't gonna be too nice, right? I'll be nice, but I ain't gonna be too nice. Man, to me they telling you. Hint, hint. They know some people know nice means stupid, y'all. But you know, you got I don't know why you gotta go to school and learn this when you already you know when they give you the book, social studies, biology, and all them books, right? And you don't never study the whole book. Not saying you, but some of us didn't study the whole book when we could have did it on our own time. You know, we could have finished the book on our own time. It's the same with the dictionary. Same thing. You can finish it on your own time. You cannot finish it, and you can still, get ahead or get ahead. Hmm. You can still, do something called making it, I guess. Um, but if we don't, if or I don't, I can't say for anyone else. Everyone probably know what all these words mean but me. But then people be you be agreeing to stuff that you don't want, and you'll be getting for stuff you didn't know you was asking for, like what's on the menu. Um, you'll be getting stuff that you didn't know you was asking for because you thought it being this. That's how you got programmed through programming, like literally. Some people thought that was a nice car to have on the TV screen or the magazine. The many places you could think you see a car. And some people thought it was nice to have one. A lot of people said it would be nice to have a car. And most people don't have those cars that they got because they asked for a stupid car. Most people don't have a nice boyfriends or girlfriends because to me, you, you ask for a nice you ask for a nice person in your life. Like you feel what I'm saying? Because to me, the language is it. Why can you ask for stuff in this language that you are not, most of you, um, and you get it? Why you can ask for a nice car and you end up getting? To me, it's an entity, like the Ouija board. If it's true, I don't know if them things move on their own or not. I don't know. Which is the keyboard. You type in, you ask Google or the Ouija board a question, and it answers you with ABCs, one, two, three, percent signs, and all that, right? So you ask the English entity for nice things, like you ask the English entity for better life, for unclean people, unclean people, which is black people. So when you one day when you wake up, or whoever, some people know we lame, so we don't know no better than asking for this foolishness. Um, and they know we was asking for it, and they, talk to us to where we do ask for it. And some people probably don't know, that when you asking for stuff for unclean people, if you ain't unclean, like if you not black, which is you not evil, then what you asking for unclean people is not for you. You asking for it for something, some people you're not. So when you turn around and look around, if you're not evil, you're gonna see all the things you ask for black people. So why were you saying stuff in this language like if you cool, like you saying you cool, or some people say they pass away laughing. To me, the English entity, which is AI, the English entity will start. They call it every cell in your body will start to make its way to that decision you made. And I feel that it's the English entity that you think you comprehend this language. And you asking for things that the entity will provide because you asking in English. Because nice means stupid. And if you got some nice things, a lot of times you probably don't have it no more. So what's up with all these people? And I can see the dude. He talk like this too. I talk like this, right? What's up with all these people that's getting these nice things and you feel they keeping it? I don't know. Well, probably why they always got a new pair of shoes because they probably don't keep it. You feel what I'm saying? They got some nice shoes, like you know how I can guarantee you, brother, every last one of you, they got some nice shoes. You ain't got them no more. And if you just got some or you finna go get some, you ain't gonna have them because you asking for stupid things. It's sad, bro. You can have on nice shoes, and some of these sisters, you can have on some stupid shoes, and these sisters, I'm not putting nobody down, man. I just sit back and watch this stuff, bro. Like some of these sisters, brothers too. Brothers will go home with people too. When they got nice shoes on. They ain't know the K is a C. You can pronounce cat with a K. Yeah. So those Nikes is nice shoes. Like the Nikes say they nice, right? From Nice. From Nice, Italy, right? From Nice. From Nice, Italy. From Nice. But people gonna be, they educated in their mind. The George Washington character in their pocket got them distracted. Like they ain't even they daddy, unless it is, but they ain't even English, bro. Could be crying and gnashing of teeth, bro. It's gonna be crying and gnashing teeth, like anger and sadness. Some gonna feel one or the other, and some gonna feel both of them. And you decided you want to study because everybody else ain't studying, and it's a drag, and you'll be geeky, and you won't know the streets codes, and you won't be streetwise. So, the such and such people wrote that stuff. Well, man, you probably don't want to try to cover it up. You trying to cover up evil with your skin color. Like, what you mean by that? Like you trying to put your skin color in place of evil. Nah, man, bruh, I don't know what you do. Only you know and God knows. But, bruh, black mean evil. And you probably seeing skin color or something, huh? When I say it to you. You probably seeing something like skin color or some kind of people or something. Telling you. You realize that you didn't go and look and see what you was talking. And you gon' some of these people, man, they know, bro. They geniuses at the people that know the game, bro. Like they like geniuses at this stuff, bro. How they know she was gonna jump up like a daughter that's angry? How they know when they said that word bite you, she was gonna jump up like a daughter that's angry with them? Bro, this look like intelligent evil, bro. It don't look like some just, oh, we just gonna make our own language in English. Like, bro, like, you feel what I'm saying? It look like some extreme foolishness, bro. We just gonna go ahead and make up our own language in English. Like, bruh, we got in trouble for knowing how to read. Yeah, you got in trouble for knowing how to read truth. And you decided, or we decided to go over here, we're gonna learn English. You already knew how to read truth. Or you standing there, we call it you standing there. That's what we call it. You already know how to read the truth of your life. So pride has some of us, or most of us, or all of us to go running over there to speak another land's language. Like we doing something, man. We can read. I can read. I can read and write. I'm saying it almost like I'm prideful from Nazareth. Like I'm from Nazareth, but I got some pride. Like I can read. I can read and write. Some foreign language. So I tell people, like, what you mean? You feel that English is American? You feel that's an American language? Well, yeah. You really feel that? Well, it is a state called New England, though, right? Yeah. You feel English came from New England? State. Most of you gonna probably be like, nah, exactly. So, I think our mind is shrink wrapped in English, like literally, and we don't know nothing unless it's in the shrink wrap. For where I'm from, some of y'all got multicultural languages and stuff. Not all of you. But where I'm at, ain't they don't show me that. They probably got it, because I don't trust none of these folks, bro. I don't trust none of them. They probably got it. I just don't hear them using it. They ain't sure go crazy over some English though. I tell you that. Folks will go crazy over some English and they ain't even. It's sad. It just sounds like something crazy itself. People go crazy over English and they not even English. Yeah, like that don't sound like what you mean go crazy. Cause some people like, nah, I ain't going crazy. I don't know what he talking about. Some people get mad over English, bro. Pissed off, fired up, doing something about it, handling it, all kinds of stuff. They ain't even English. Bro, this look like grand level foolishness, like grand level stupidity on the people that's out here looking for themselves in English. And won't nobody tell nobody. Well, I'm telling you. But won't nobody tell each other like, hey man, y'all think we can find it in English even though we not English? Like, you feel what I'm saying? They say 400 such years has been such since the such and such when the did. How would I? How would I do this? How would I do that? How would we do these things? Well, on a dollar, it say, "In God we trust." So, y'all, I'm with you. I'm not against you. I'm thinking the same thing. But from what I'm seeing, man, feel like I'm acting English, bro. And I'm saying it in English, so yeah, it feel like I'm acting like I'm English. That's probably what they mean by he's eccentric. They be saying the little stuff they be saying that because I don't comprehend it, right? I don't, it's not my language, so I don't comprehend it. That no matter how you try to get out of this one, you're eccentric, period. Oh, yeah. It could be because you act in English. Sit here talking about, no, I'm not. I ain't no, I'm not. Don't call me that. This how we is, or my people. This how my people in us is that I see in real life. No, I'm not. All right. According to what this stuff saying, man, you is. We are. Probably, eccentric could be you acting English, like you acting like you from England. And then some of these other folks that ain't from England, I mean, I don't know. I'm about to ask them. I'm asking them, like, as soon as I go in their chat room, great light, are you English? Right? Start asking them, bro, like, cause they might pop out and be like, I am. Like, My relatives came. When? Oh, I ain't talking to you. Then I apologize. Like I don't know you. And I wondered, well, that's probably why you can feel like that when I be talking, huh? Cause you English. I got you. Like you can feel all that stuff people say in English. Like you can feel it all, huh? Well, I'm here speaking for those that don't comprehend this, that's not from there, and don't they just saying yeah, just so they can get, how you go into that building and you just want to get this piece of paper so you can get up out of here. Yeah. And to me, they know it. They know you just trying to do that. But so but they don't know what they signing. They don't know what they're agreeing to whatsoever. Even if you explained it to them, they still don't know what you're saying because they ain't English. And all these folks that look like they could be our folks running around with all this proper English. Open your own business. Take these courses. If you complete it, then you get the certificate. Then you can do this in your own community. And I'm like, what about these people that don't comprehend you at all? That don't know what you're saying whatsoever? You gonna make them English? He said, protect your brother with your life at all costs, right? So you gonna make these people comprehend you even if you explained it to them in a 60-hour class a day for 60 days. Well, you can't have a 60-hour class 60 days, man. Well, you know what I'm saying. A 24 hours a day class there for 60 days. And you think they supposed to be English experts after all that? After all this, they still not English experts to this day. And they don't comprehend the word understand. They don't comprehend circumstances. They don't comprehend responsibility. They don't comprehend what you are saying. Now they could have a great responsibility, right? And they could have concern for great circumstances, but they don't know what you're saying. It's sad. And y'all going around picking at people because they don't know English. They just talk it because you talk. What about them? Y'all Y'all trying to act like they. Oh, I forgot. It's that thing like the whole city going moving towards this great future, and you got these folks out here that don't comprehend none of this stuff, and you supposed to act like they ain't there. I guess. So what about your grandchildren? Oh, long as they acting like they talking English, then I'm fine. Yeah, I know. I already know what y'all supposed to be saying. Long as they acting like they comprehend English, huh? Long as they acting like it. They sent their children into the fire, into the kindergarten. They sent their children into the kindergarten to act like they're a language that they not. And all of a sudden they smart and cute. Oh, you so cute. You know how to spell your name. You so cute. You know how, man, whatever, y'all. Put your children to understand how to spell. And you all happy about it that we finna be talking a foreign language and we don't know nothing about it, even if you explained it to us. Because we're going to tell ourselves what you're saying. I thought that's what all y'all was doing. That's why I don't trust people. I thought you all were telling yourself what everybody's saying. no, my teacher, they'll slick talk you. My teacher taught me. And then your teacher taught you 1 + 1 is 2, huh? My mama, she showed me that before I went to school. They got all this little side salad talk for you. And you saying that no dishonor to your loved ones or you people you honor, but you feel that they taught you something. And I'm saying that when they gave you this 1 + 1 is 2, who told you? My teacher, or my mama, or my relatives, or whoever they told. And I'm like, so on the inside of yourself, I think I don't know you, but it seems you came to Earth knowing 1 + 1 is 2. Not really. So I'm gonna say that completely eliminates somebody teaching you. If you said yeah. So when they told you this, how you know you see 1 + 1? Because I do, and you telling yourself you see it. Yeah. Sound like to me you agreeing that you told yourself 1 + 1 is 2. You heard us talking about it out here, and you probably decided to join in or something. You decided I think I want that for myself too. And you told yourself what a dog was, a skyscraper, an ironing board, water. Um, you told yourself all that stuff. So even if we broke it down to you in the most precise, most beginner to advanced level, slow, fast, to your speed or whatever, you still gonna tell yourself what we saying. Period. You realize what evil really is, and it looks like you. What you mean? They they look like us, but they was not with us. If they was with us, they would have stayed with us. So it's some folks that you think look like you going around talking like English is they grand language, like they've been English forever, like, and they talking like, get this, open up that, you should have, you shouldn't have, what you should do when you go in English. And they look like something called people that made it or something. You kind of get what I'm saying? Matter of fact, me the people telling you they evil people. Right? They telling you they black. They telling you they black people. They make black movies. They make black entertainment. I don't know how y'all don't see it. Man, them people just jealous of us because we dance better than them and we sing better and man, whatever, bruh. Whatever. And to me, you hiding, or I'm hiding it from myself because I don't. Who knows what all these folks is doing, bro? Just to trick the one man that can see them, which is me. Um, the world is against you. I see, cause y'all moving around like y'all fine talking a foreign language and you ain't even it. Like you fine being fake English person. You fine acting English and taking it serious and not serious, laughing and mad and all kinds of stuff, and you ain't even English because you told yourself what make you mad. You told yourself what gives you cries. You told yourself. Period. Because you acting English. To me, English people born speaking English. Real English people born talking English. And they know everything you saying in English. They ain't got to use a dictionary. Dictionary for you, for us foreigners, to them. We foreigners. Dictionary for us. They don't need no dictionary. Hard to tell people though. It's hard to tell people. There's people in the UK, I don't know if that's considered English, that claim They weren't born English. Therefore, you all, and mostly Chinese people, all kinds of countries, all kind of lands, South Africa, all kinds of places, talking English ain't even English, foreign languages, running around, walking around like it's real, like talking, like it's actors, leading people on the highway 66. Do they know they going? I don't know. I don't know. They probably know where they going. Jesus say, tell they father the devil. And ain't no truth in them. So here they come, those that hate Jesus, here they come. How you know if this was that and did this when that? And you have an answer for it. And then they got some more stuff. Then you ask them, did you read the Bible? Yeah, I read the Bible 2, 3 times. Some people, nah, I don't even do that. Like some people, it's all kind of sorted answers. And I can't say the people read it 2, 3 times. I don't know. I don't know what you probably very well know what you're doing. And those that didn't read it, here they is talking about with Jesus was Borgio Gonzalez or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, wait. Hey, he say he say if you look at if if you look at this painting right here, you will see that this is Borgio Gonzalez. And you look over here, this the one they call Jesus. This painting, this paint, this paint right here, this is Jesus. And this paint. Man, it's sad, bro. Man, my people, please, come on, y'all, wake up, please. It's paint. Borgio Gonzalez on that painting. And it ain't no man named Jesus on that painting. It's paint. So they'll be sitting here talking about, man, did you know that the letter J didn't exist until such and such hundreds? I gotta thank the one that loved me, man, because he showed me. He say, Wayne, I say, huh? You see a J in that tree? I say, man, I see about 100 J's in that tree. You hear these people trying to get you to tell yourself like this 1+1 is 2 thing. Trying to tell yourself that J. So you go around the earth talking about the letter J didn't exist till such and such teen hundreds. Like and you looking right at the trees and you see all kind of J's, K's, and all kind of letters in the tree. And he's saying, well, Wayne, I mean, if your God can grow a J in that tree, Wayne, it probably always was there. You think they didn't have trees before they wrote the Bible? I mean, when they was writing it, like you think they probably didn't have trees, Wayne? Like, oh man, I'm like, well, dang man, it was always a J in that tree. Like a X is, I know they see them X. People be like, no, I don't see it. Like, I'm like, they probably really don't see it for real. Like, they're like, I don't see it. Like, I'm like, you don't see them letters in that tree, and they like, uh-uh. And you can read a let me see, let me think of a logo. Let me think Pepsi. You can read a Pepsi logo. Yeah, and you can see them words in that logo. Yeah. Wow. And you don't see them same letters in that tree. They don't see it. They say they don't. I'm like, wow, how they don't see it? Like so somebody took some branches right off these trees and they put on your porch they put the branches on your porch. But when you came out, it's spelled ASS to you. They just put them there, but they ain't try to spell nothing out. Well, they did, right? Like, and you come out and you like, man, who they calling the ASS, right? Like you can read that stuff. You can, but you don't want to read it because it's your mind lazy or something. I don't know what to call it. You sleep, bro. You can't see that. Like, dang. And then imagine you go to one of them little groups. You like, hey y'all, I was shown or I realized that the J is in trees. Like man, you got they gonna kick you out, bro. They gonna be trying to kick you on up out of there. They gonna be trying to put you up out of there, man. No, right here, they gonna look it up on Google and everything. Somebody might even pull a book out. Hey man, I got this book. It's from the 1800s. It been having in it long as they been using what alphabet, what language, what country. Where they gonna somebody gonna pull something out, bro. Like man, God, bro, God is real. He is right. Like he was shamed. He was shamed the wise with the foolish, bro. He really will. Like he'll take their stumbling block or the stumbling blocks and turn them into stepping stones. Like literally. Man, that's how you know when you live in it and you start speaking and not that you might have been running from the Bible. You might have been trying to be one of them. Now I don't read that now. And when you realize truth, you start talking like Jesus. You start talking just like him, and you like, hold up, man, I heard this somewhere before. Like, what's an example, Wayne? You can show them. You can show them when you realize truth, and you will say a parable, or you'll say something like the thief in the night, right? So you'll start seeing truth, and you'll start seeing a knight like a knight in shining armor, right? And you'll probably see like a thief and a knight all in one. You'd be like, man, he a thief in shining armor, and you'd be like a knight, right? And you'll be like, hold up, like hold up, I think I heard this somewhere before, like when Jesus said like a thief in a night, and you'll start seeing it like, hold up, man, is this what he was meaning? Like, and then the more you do it, the more you start hearing Jesus, or the more you start realizing you talk like Jesus. You ain't it ain't that you trying to. Some people trying to though. Some people trying, some people you might not, you might try to, you might not. Because some people I think ain't even gonna probably even read the Bible a little bit. They just heard people talking about it and they turn to truth that the world is nothing but a bunch of paint. That's what I'm saying, bro. You want to realize that a lot of your movements is based on things that's not there. A bunch of paintings, and you can see paint uh, wrestling each other. You can see paint wrestling with itself. I mean, you can see paint boxing with itself. You can see paint playing with itself. You can see paint dancing. You can see paint doing all kinds of stuff. Ain't nothing but a bunch of paint, bro. Your real life is truth. And why I couldn't see it before? Because you understand how to spell. You was under spells for real. You think they not telling you? You know how when you get something like a device, a bicycle, a washing machine, and it come with instructions and directions. Yeah, okay. The world come with instructions and directions, which is learn how to spell, right? Learn how to spell. You feel what I'm saying? So you became, you understood how to spell your name and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So you came understood how to spell. You came under spells. That's why you couldn't see it because it was blocking you from seeing truth in your face. All that paint. And you making up all these characters. Jay Z, Beyonce. You making all these characters up. You making them all up. I mean, now if you seen them in real life, I can't say. I don't know who you seen, right? But especially them men of renown, the men of old, like Some characters that we put in our pockets that we ain't never witnessed. Um, we be thinking these people exist for real, bro. Like paint. It's probably why I started with paint. And very well instructions and directions. Painting start with paint. And to me, they telling you one day you observing all these paintings and you thinking you seeing stuff and you think you see Last Suppers and you think you seeing Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola, Cowboys and Indians. You thinking you seeing WTC. You thinking you seeing railroad tracks and all that stuff, bro. You ain't never seen that stuff on that TV or that magazine or any of that. A train on that magazine, you wouldn't pick it up. You wouldn't bother to pick it up. So your life is probably based on lies, like some people here and there be telling you. It's based on a library of man. They could say it to you just like this, bro. Your life is based on a library of data that we collected over the ages, right? Like they can say it to you just like that. Literally. To me, they already telling you. They telling you. They telling you they come with instructions direct. They telling you finna understand how you finna be put understood how to spell. They telling you you're gonna be sad, crying, gnashing your teeth for real when you wake up. Or when your people that you following, I guess you realize they claiming to be black. There's so many dang on doors. You just gotta go the truth in your face and realize. And you making up all that fantasy vacationing and that big old $1 million business you probably trying to get to, and you making all that stuff up. I don't know how you don't see it by now. You don't feel it. You still don't feel it. I have a dream. Didn't you ever heard about the American dream before? Most people they be trying to act like they don't know what I be talking about, man. They do, bro. They really be. They like, nah, I ain't heard of that. What about the I have a dream speech from Martin Luther King? Oh yeah. That's the American dream. Can, can you see the results of the dream though? Like, can you see the can't even call it great, bro. Can't, I mean, I know y'all making videos, getting thousands, millions of views. And, man, y'all ever thought about where YouTube getting all these dollars from? Like, they sponsor. Like, okay, man, whatever. Bro. And you would you think that YouTube have dollars in all countries, like people in South America that do millions of views? You think they probably got I don't know, pesos or something? You know what I'm saying? Where they get out of it? They sponsors. Yeah. All right. So you saying y'all saying it's saying that everyone has an opportunity to be a billionaire. It's easier for a camel to get through out of a needle than a rich man to get into heaven. And I guess y'all think the thing's so stupid, well, unless y'all really working with the thing, right? That the thing's so stupid that it would not do you like this. Like it would not influence you to become a rich man that's harder to get into heaven like a camel through an eye of a needle. That it would be you. I guess that's how a lot of people get tricked. They're like, man, why me? Like, why would they pick me to not go to that place? Well, I think that you're the only one that can see, bro. Like, you the only one ever seen her. Well, they see you. You the one that see them that see her. See her. You you the only one thinking. Well, y'all think. Well, you the one thinking that we think. Mm-mm. I'm the only one thinking. I'm taking my place. I appeared to them in flesh. I took up my place in the midst of the world. I appeared to them in flesh. I found none of them thirsty. I found them all intoxicated and none of them thirsty. You want to know who you are? Go to that one that's inside of you, because you're gonna tell yourself everything. Even if I told you right to the breakdown point of the break it, where I can break it down all the way down to where anyone in the world could get, you still go tell yourself what I'm telling. Go to that one that's inside of you. Greater is he in you than he that's in the world. The world make it seem like God go to this grand oracle in the center of everything, and it gives the oracle all this information on the people and stuff. And ain't no way he could be right here talking to me. Like, hey, bro, then you get educated, you start ignoring yourself. You start ignoring that you're the only one thinking. You start ignoring that you're the only one ever heard people talk. You the only one know what onions taste like. You can try to explain it to me. You can try your best to explain to me what onions taste like. You really could. You the only one that know what onions taste like. That all movies was made for your eyes and ears. All music was made for your ears. All restaurants make food for your son. All commercials. All who seen the commercial? I did. Okay. All the commercials you seen is the only commercials to see. Do they make new commercials? Well, that's what I'm saying. The same thing. They make new commercials for you to see. You the only one ever seen. Jesus gonna come to you like a brother, like not like I'm here to control you and be your daddy on earth. Like to me, he gonna come to you like, bro, you the only one ever seen. I've ever seen it. Therefore, to me, you the only one who see Jesus and meet him in the flesh. Because you the only one that's gonna see him. Come at a time where you least expect. You don't feel like it's you, so you think you left out, or some person be screaming they won't be left out on their channel, screaming like a preacher. Oh, but why you laughing? Because I do know, but my flesh, my flesh trying to be with them, so my flesh don't know, but I know it's obvious. But yeah, man, sister, brother, um, you understand English. You claim you understand English. I don't know how they don't hear it, or do they all hear it? And I'm the only one who should hear it. Because everybody still find they find that they understand English. Like I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. You don't see that you have spelling above your head. You're standing under in English. What's wrong with that? I mean, in the spirit, bro, it's like you got a neon sign above your head saying I'm human in English. Like literally. Like you feel what I'm saying to you? Most people ain't gonna feel it. Most people ain't gonna feel it. I'm trying to tell you under spells. Like it's literal. It's literal. Like you stand under how to spell. You understand how to spell. You stand under it. And you don't know what I'm talking until you realize it's above your head. Oh yeah? What you mean? It, it's like By me thinking I comprehend English myself, it's like truth in my face, and I'm waiting on you to say the word truth. And I can't see it until you say truth. That's understandable. Because truth is in your face. Period. They be like, well, you be saying truth in your face, man. It's right there. They like, well, where? You mean where? Are you truly standing there? Yeah. You can truly see me doing my hand like this? Yeah. It's true. Yeah. It's in your face. Oh, Wayne, oh man, you a trip, man. Oh yeah. I wasn't getting what you were saying, but now yeah. I love y'all, man. I love y'all, boy. You get mind screwed out of your true life. Think some people thinking they gonna go and talk to God in English, even though he know all things. But you know, I think God talked to you in light. Like, how you see the light? Who made it? Oh no, power company. I mean, bro, how you see, bro? How you see like? Oh man, I got to go all the way out. I got to go all the way over here. Let me see if I can grab your hand and bring it this way, bro. You know, before you moved in this place, you came through the door and you found something called a light switch. Yeah. How you see? My eye? How your eyes see? They be like almost like stuck right here, like the sun. The sunlight showed you. Cause I'm trying to walk with you. The sunlight showed you the light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. This is how God talked to you, bro. God told you the light switch was right there, bro. This how people gonna be sad when they find out that it's this easy. It's not in English. It's lame. It's lame. Um, you might get picked at, or you're afraid you're gonna get picked at, or you one of them better than other people and you know it. It's all kind of assortment ways to go by. I think better than other people know English. They they know what some of the stuff they trying to get you to speak for unclean people and stuff. I think they know. I think it's some lames. It's probably knowing by the Father and the Holy Spirit in them, but they second guessing because I've been there. They doubting what he tells. And then it's probably some people that's lame and they act like goats now. They join the goats. They came to earth as love and then they've turned into don't care. I know most people know what I'm talking about. They don't think, or you probably wouldn't think that when you became that don't carer because of the heartbreakage or the wrongdoing someone did towards your love was connected to the devil and God, then you wrong. It's all connected. But once you go out there, you can think you know what you're talking about, and you can think you got it, and but you're not really looking at the basis of what you are. Like I'm telling myself I ain't English. Why am I talking to English? I ain't. Like realize the truth of who you are. I don't know if I'm be able to find it in English. Uh, yeah, yeah. Though I talk it, I still know that I'm not English. Yeah, stay in truth. And people get mad at you because you ain't wrestling them right. You ain't cowboying them right. You know, they like cowboys, which is gangsters. They like, nah, I ain't gonna say all cowboys, no, but man, to me it's the same. Rustling cows, bro. They rustle cows, right? Yeah. Okay, same thing. Gangster. It's the same thing. They wrestle cows, which is the cow pull the plow, which is a hoe. The cow pulls a hoe. So you will see that the cowboys or the gangsters be wrestling cow to pull that hoe. It's the same thing. Man, you listen to the like you like watch a rancher video and he be breaking down how the cows don't go this way or they go this way. And he to me he breaking down exactly how your life is. But it's hard to see yourself as there ain't no damn cow. Like, it's hard to see yourself as a wolf and a sheep. But some people see themselves as wolves and goats. But sheep and cows, they don't be wanting to feel that. But yeah, hey, you will see them talking about you. Like you watch a video like a hunter hunting deer, and he talking about how the deer can't see this bright orange vest that you can see on me. Like, to me, they talk. It's the same thing for you, right? So you can't see them with orange on. When they got orange on, you can't see them, and it could be like, what you mean? Well, but they got that orange bright vest on. You can't see them. To them, they really feel like you can't see them for real. Tried it. They done tried it and tested. They done tried the bright fluorescent orange vest and tested it. And to them, deer cannot see that bright orange that you feel you can't see. When you wake up the truth, you realize you the deer in headlights and you the one couldn't see them in that orange vest because you would sleep. Your spiritual eyes went to sleep and your earthly eyes came open, and now you see your orange vest. Like, duh, anybody can see that. Look how bright it is. Your earthly eyes came open, and good in it. And the devil will say, the serpent said you would be like God. So it's hard for you to go over there in the spirit where it's not in English. With a hunter that got bright orange on, it's you why you couldn't see him in the first place because it's spiritual. It's it's a spiritual orange, bright orange vest. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, dang, it's been there the whole time. Yep. Deceive, deception, right? Like a animal that's got camo fur or camo scales or camo skin, flesh, and you barely see it, and then you see it that you was deceived, which is you could not see what was truly there. It's not a lie. The frog is there. The bug is there. The snake there. It's not lying to you. You are being deceived and you cannot see it for real, which is deceived. People go around. I think they try to express deception as lies. Yeah, lying to yourself. But people that deceive you don't lie to you. They are there. You just don't see them, which is deception. It's for the ones that I love and love me. Um, I think you can feel me, or you can hear me. But how long I been? I can't go to that. Wow, 3 hours. Wayne, I see. He say, well, Jesus, will you tell them to stop talking? Right? And Jesus say, if I was to tell them to stop talking, the very rocks will cry out. That's why you go yourself. You go yourself. Because people gonna be coming at you, talking about, man, God don't do these things and this kind of thing right here that I'm speaking, he don't do. And I'm like, and you say you read the Bible like uh, NIV, uh, the ASE or whatever, right? And because I don't, Wayne, you always with that King James version, just for those that pick it. Um, yeah, and you feel that the King James is probably just as valid, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So according to in the Bible, God does God does do this that in that what you say He don't do. Oh, it's in there. Yeah, you got to go yourself because people be slipping stuff on you and don't tell you everything. Perverse speech what God hates, right? They give you a piece and another piece, and they don't give you the in between on why what was said and what else it got to do with, and they don't give you the verse before and the verse after. They give you a piece, and you don't really you probably really it sounds horrible like oh my god why is a god that way, and it was like because of this you ended up in this, like just like how your steps, like when you step in some mud, like he'll tell you when you step in mud how you wash your feet and all that, right? And that's what it's like when you go and read it yourself, because people giving you bits and pieces, telling you um, well, God is this and this of the Bible and this, and then they'll leave out a whole chapter or two or whatever, a verse or two that could help you to get a clearer idea of um, why God was like that. They just point out right here, Jesus said that He'll do this, and you'll be if you ain't read it yourself, you'll probably take off running with it. Like, man, yeah, man, it said that Jesus do these kind of things right here. It's in the Bible, and you ain't go and read it yourself, and you be finding things in that book that they say is not in the book, and they'll find things in there that God do that they'll say God don't do. Like punish, like God don't punish. Well, what about the plagues of Egypt? Is you talking about the King James Bible? I mean God? Yeah. Okay. So what about the plagues of Egypt? Um, as a punishment. Like I think it specifically say, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Who knows, bro? God, God not the type that when you need him, um, he'll laugh at you, bruh. God say, what's that proverb? Not Proverbs on how he was getting on the Son of Man for for sleeping around with Lady Foolish and and messing around with Lady Foolish, and he was telling how he'll laugh at him, how he'll laugh at him for all this heartbreakage and wrapped around Lady Foolish finger foolishness. Um, and God to say he'll laugh at for you. You might want to go and read it yourself. Talking about the sun. The sun is not God. I mean, well, in Psalms it says that the Lord God is a sun and a shield. It doesn't say that. All right, then never mind. We might be talking about two different literatures or something. Two different things, right? Like I ain't finna sit here and argue with you one is in there. You're gonna find it yourself. I mean, unless you talking about something else. It's this horrible burning of of eternal fire. Well, fire could, if you got a thesaurus, you can find out that fire also is passion. It's a eternal passion, right? Like Yeah, when you go and look up stuff yourself, man, you can come on up out of that little creepy place where the world, these worldly subscriber speakers, scribes and clerics going out to speak all this stuff. They probably know what they mean, what they saying to you, hoping you take it the wrong way. Like those that don't worship the beast would be something with their head, right? And if you go study that word, you'll find out that it means to erase one's memory. Is what it started with. Now maybe it turned into all that other fleshly stuff, but that word "be" with your head, right? Like it's it started with erasing a person's memory. Go look the stuff up yourself. Go look up bread and the synonyms and the alternative meanings for bread and water. And then you'll have a clearer idea of the parables that's being said, or what's literally being said. So people probably looking for a liquid like water, for living water. So they don't see the living water because they looking for it is a liquid, right? It is a liquid. It is water, but it's not your educated thought of water. Show them the water. Okay. Who's around? Only I'm around. You can still show them the water people that get to the end of the video. Okay. You know how when you're outside and it's real hot and you can look across the land, um, a hill like up over top of a hill, or they call it a mirage. In the distance, they say that's a mirage. It can look like water in the distance. It is water, right? It look like water in the distance, called a mirage, right? And it be wavy, like wavy waves in the air. Yeah, y'all call it it's hot. That's what y'all call it. Yeah. Okay, that's water. If you ever experienced it, again, look at the top of the buildings, um, over the top of the hill or the top like the horizon or the apex, and you'll see the water living. And should I say that part? No, you wait until those that ask you. Okay. But you will see like the same wavy stuff coming down and running literally off the side of the building. Like it is water. But I'm saying like water because it's like water, but it is water. It's living water. It's literal. So you drink from the living water. When you see it, drink from it. It's literal. But I know they're gonna be like, they can use this, we can use this. Like we didn't know this. And now you're gonna be seeing videos pop up, all kind of little stuff like they did it 2, 3 months ago and 6 months ago. Yeah, they got a device, they got an app for that where they could change the date and put an earlier date on there where it looked like it came out 4 years ago. Everyone don't have access to it though. Yeah, I feel it just like you can change the time and all that. It's the same thing. Good night, my love. Woo.